So I have this new eating style. Um, the other night I cooked up some gizzards, some hearts, some liver, some bacon, and I used a mesquite flavored sea salt. And what I ended up doing was I got this recipe from an old man that said, look, if you eat this, it's so hearty and it's so mineral and vitamin dense that he said all my grandfathers, the story goes all of the grandfathers have passed it down the line, and organs that are rich in minerals and vitamins and stuff like that control your appetite so much better than anything else. And I thought this old guy was kind of like full of it, right? So, some of you seen my videos on the public group. Anybody can go see that. Check out the organ video. But what I'm experiencing now with the new eating style is I don't eat like meat. I don't eat keto foods or anything like that. I just eat organs and bacon. That's it. So the last 2 days, I'm gonna keep going with this and see how long I can go. I cooked up about 5 pounds of gizzards, hearts, liver, and 1.5 pounds of bacon, and I fried it all together, and it didn't taste like organs anymore. And I cooked it in a 6.5 hour slow cooker, and then I let it sit in the slow cooker all day so it stayed warm. And I ate one meal at dinner, one real hearty meal, and it had more gizzards than liver, so it didn't give me like the runs or anything like that. And what I ended up doing was I ate that meal. I woke up the next day, and normally I want to take something like I want to take my vitamins in the morning with some kind of fat. I didn't feel like I even wanted to eat anything. I couldn't even stand the fact that I normally take the sour cream or something like that to take my vitamins. So what I ended up doing is I just waited until last night to take my vitamins, and I had dinner again, and I had one hearty meal with mainly gizzards, hearts, and a little bit of liver, because again, I don't want the runs from that. And tonight I'm full. So I'm so full, like I can eat one meal that's full of gizzards and hearts and liver and bacon and eat like a normal person sized meal, not somebody that's like me. I'm 270, what am I, 276 or something like that, and I'm pounding the weights and stuff every single day, and I don't even feel like I want to eat when I come back from the gym. I just feel like maybe I could touch just a little bit, a couple spoonfuls of something, and be completely satisfied. So I think the bioavailability of the nutrient density that's in organs in general, if you can learn to like them and replace a lot of the foods that don't have that, your body doesn't have to really break down as much food to get the nutrients and stuff that it needs. So with me adding in more gizzard, more heart, more liver, bacon, especially bacon, and then saving all that fat and then pouring it back in everything. So what I did was I cooked the organs all day, except for the liver. The liver breaks down too fast. You don't want to do that. So I cooked the organs all day, and then I thin sliced them all, really small pieces. Took them and threw them in a bowl, let them cool down. Went ahead and cooked 1.5 pounds of bacon in a skillet, and then took my liver and threw it in at the end of the bacon cooking and cooked that all down, and then I chopped that all up real fine. Then I took all that bacon grease that I had and I dumped it back into the organ with the stuff that I just chopped up, the bacon and liver, and made it into like an organ medley. And it was so good. Oh my God, I hate that stuff. But when I was done, because of what this old man was telling me, I wanted to try it out. I'm not hungry. I am not hungry. Like, I've never been this in control of my appetite in my entire life. Never. So I think this has taken me to a new step now. I think this let me know that, okay, fine, having a steak or something every once in a while would be great. But now the fact that I'm focusing on more organs and not so much the raw red meat parts of it, the chickens, the fishes and stuff of it, just organs in general. The fact that I can have one giant meal that's based of gizzards and hearts and just a little bit of liver and bacon, I don't feel like eating for the rest of the day. I don't feel like eating for the next 24 hours. It's kind of crazy how my body has responded to this like as if this is what you've been missing. You haven't been eating enough nutrient-dense foods, and you've been just eating too much regular red meat. I know it sounds weird, but having two meals a day was kind of like where I was at on carnivore, even down to one sometimes, but it was one really large meal. But now that I'm focusing on organ meats being the dominant portion of what I eat, I don't have to eat a lot of food anymore. I can get by with half the amount of food and be completely in control of my diet for the next 24 hours and not even feel like I want to eat again. So I won't even really eat again until I get back from the gym tonight, and I might even still be too full. And the reason that is just how much bioavailable nutrients and minerals are in organ meat in general, and how we don't get that from our food. When a when a lion or a hyena or some kind of animal, like a predator type animal, attacks something, what is one of the first things that they go for? They kill the animal by crushing the windpipe or something like that, or holding it for a while, right? What do the other ones do while one's attacking the throat or cutting off the air supply? They're eating the belly. They're eating the back end out of it. They're trying to get inside to get to the organs because that's their natural instinct. It's not eating the flesh from their arms or their back or their shoulders or anything like that. They're diving inside this thing to get to the organs because that's where all the nutrient density is. Once I started realizing that I'm not eating correctly and this old man is onto something, I started going and buying more gizzards, more hearts, more liver. And I've noticed over the last few weeks of doing this that it's very filling. Yes, it's very, very filling. And I don't feel like I want to eat anymore. I feel like I'm in control of my appetite now. I'm just not getting the nutrient density that I was getting before. So I know Dr. Shawn Baker doesn't eat a lot of organs. I know Dr. Shawn Baker pushes more of like, he doesn't push it, but he just eats more of a regular meat-based diet. I don't think that's the way to do it. I think Frank Trufano was right. Having more bioavailable, nutrient-dense foods is the key to it. It's not so much the amount of red meat that you can eat or the amount of fish or chicken or something you can eat. Frank is completely right when it comes to it. I'm eating organs more than I ever have now, and I feel like I'm in so much better control of my life to where I don't think about food all the time. When lunchtime rolled around today and people were going to eat and stuff like that, they were eating in front of me and they were eating all this junk food and stuff. I was like, I just want to keep working. I don't really feel like paying attention to lunch right now. So, and I thought at first, well, maybe I'll just drink some water and, you know, eat some salt or whatever. And I love salt. But after eating organs, like I've been eating organs the last few days, I don't even think about salt. I don't really even think about water too much. The organs in general are just really controlling my appetite. And I never thought that I could be this content and in control. And I think there's a huge reason for this. And I don't think people understand. And I know it's silly because I'm not an organ person. I do not like organs. But when I make this little organ medley of hearts and gizzard and liver and I use a really good quality mesquite sea salt and bacon, I can eat one really good bowl of it and be completely done for another 24 hours and don't even feel like I want to eat again. Like standing here right now talking to you guys, the way I feel is still completely full. Almost as if I ate my meal last night 2 hours after eating it, and how full I was then is exactly how full I feel now. And it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to the fact that I've been denying such nutrient-dense foods, mineral-rich foods, because I let my own taste buds and palate get in the way, and I haven't learned to control that. But all it did was take this one old man to come into our dealership and say, I want to show you how you can get past that. And he had a little container. I mean, he didn't say that. I mean, this is just how I perceived it. He pulled out a little container of chopped up gizzards, hearts, bacon, and just, he said, look, son, the old guys down here talk like that. Look, son, I want to teach you how to do this. It's very, very good. My great-great-grandfather passed it on to my great-great-grandfather's grandfather, blah, blah, blah. He said, it's from New York. We eat it, our family eats it a lot up in New York. And whenever they didn't have a lot of food back in the day, this would get people by the longest and would help them save money. And when I tasted it, how heavenly it tasted with the bacon fat and the organs that weren't really organ, they didn't have like a really heavy organ or liver taste to it. And he didn't really add a lot of liver to it. I said, I want more liver. And he said, that's an excellent idea. And he said, but what I'm telling you to do, pay attention to when I tell you this. You know how old folks talk. I want you to listen. Do not put the liver in anything until you're done cooking your bacon. Right before you're done cooking your bacon, then throw it in there and start frying up your liver, because it will turn to mush and then you won't really enjoy it. So I listened to what he said, threw it all together, took the bacon grease, threw it in there on top of it, mixed it all up. I'm in complete control of my appetite. I'd never thought in a million years that I would have been in this control of my appetite just by eating more organ meat. And I got to thank Frank for that, because I've been listening to Frank a little bit more lately, and that's exactly what it comes down to, is finding food that's more bioavailable in nutrients that your body can easily break down to control your appetite and your food cravings. Once you do that and you get that abundance of vitamins and minerals and stuff, you just almost feel like I don't really have a need to eat right now. My body's not signaling me to eat right now because I have so much nutrient-dense available vitamins and minerals being absorbed into my body that I don't need anything else. I'm just not craving anything right now. I don't feel like I'm thirsty right now. I don't feel like I need a lot of salt right now because I've done all that with my food. There's just something to it. It's like a complete balance of many things going on at one time when you start incorporating more organ meat into your diet. And there are areas of the world where they do that and they don't seem to have the problems that we have. So this is a new experiment. I'm on this will be day 3 today. And I just feel like this is amazing. Why couldn't I have figured this out 2 years ago? Why couldn't this old man be put in my life 2 years ago so I could learn to control myself better? I mean, even on straight carnivore with lifting and stuff every day, I was eating 5 pounds of meat. But now I can put a pound of different types of organs or a pound and a half of kidney and liver and bacon and stuff like that, maybe even 2 pounds, and I feel like I've eaten 6 pounds of red meat. I mean, that's the equivalence of how I feel. So I just wanted to share the new experiment, the new eating style, and I mean, I'm still completely in ketosis, I'm sure, because I'm not eating a ton of carbs. You do get carbs with liver and stuff in organs, but I'm pretty sure at this point my body's adjusted very well to eating more meats and organs and stuff with as long as I've been doing it. So I just wanted to share that with you guys and be looking forward to the update a week from now, because I want to go one solid week with nothing but organs. I'm not talking steak or any of that stuff, just organs. So kidney, heart, liver, and bacon every single day. That's it. The bacon and the fat that's in bacon is what balances everything out. There's something to the way that's cooked together that's just amazing. So I'll update you guys as it goes. Thank you guys. I appreciate you and have a good evening. Heart is muscle. Heart is muscle. I'm not doing any heart. Just liver. Yeah, liver, kidney. Oh, heart. Yeah, you're right. Heart. Chicken heart. Heart is muscle. But yeah, I don't really consider that. It's an organ. I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. It's kind of both. I think it's more than just one deal. So yeah, T-Roz, like you said it. But you know, that's not my point. My point is I'm focusing on more organs. I'm focusing on more food that's bioavailable with nutrient density, and that's what I'm focusing on. So it's going to be an interesting experiment. So I'd like for you guys to just follow me and ask questions along the way. And if you haven't caught my video on it, I've already made a small video talking about what I'm doing, and I linked my public Facebook group, so you don't have to be subscribed or a part of Facebook to watch it. You can actually just click on it and go watch it. It's one of my last few videos, and it shows the recipe there. It shows exactly how I made it from start to finish, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I actually feed it to my dog almost every single day. She gets liver, she gets a little bit of liver, she gets gizzard, heart, she gets sometimes chicken, sometimes beef, sometimes pork. She's a very spoiled dog, so she gets kind of a little bit of a medley of everything. She's very well taken care of. So every single day, fresh food and about 2 pounds of meat, and she's thriving right now. She's just wonderful. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. It's raining, and I'm gonna get home and feed the horse and feed the dog, and then go to the gym and try to work up to an appetite. I think that's probably, again, to emphasize, I think the gym and a lot of organ-dense foods and being just active in general is what's controlling my appetite, my brain, my function overall right now, how great I feel during the day. It's just super, super important that I have the activity to actually increase my appetite, to burn off the stored bioavailable nutrients that I have from the organs that I'm eating, and then to be able to eat again to sustain another day of activity and more gym time and stuff. It seems like the balance that I have in my life right now is perfect. So I just want to keep it. I want to roll with it and see what happens. I'm at a good place. And again, follow me. Look forward to it, guys. If you haven't watched that organ video, go watch it. There's a link to it in the description. And I think in the comments section to me making this little medley that I